Hello, noble ones, and welcome to Metatron's Academy. Today I would like to talk about a very, very popular fellow content creator within the language learning community and space, Oriental Pearl. Now, there is a lot that we can say about this very successful creator, language expert, fluent speaker of all sorts of languages when it comes to Asia, of course. Apart from discussing her skills, by the way, I'm a big fan. I really like Oriental Pearl. I think she makes very fun content and her language skills are unquestionable. She's really good at Japanese. She's really good at Mandarin Chinese, which is quite impressive since oftentimes you will have a creator who focuses on Japanese, aka Matt vs. Japan or Dogen, and they are really good at it. You'll have a creator who focuses on Mandarin Chinese, whether it be the very famous Xiao Ma or whether it be Dashan and creators like that. But she is really fluent in both. She's really, really impressive. Regardless of her language skills, which we will examine a little bit, we'll see what vocabulary she uses, how she speaks, how her pronunciation is. We'll do all of that. This is her husband, by the way, and I think he looks really cool. She's married to a Japanese, but he has this very, what could you say, like professor look. I really think he looks really cool. Anyways, she has a lot of different types of videos. A few reacts would be nice on this channel. Today, we're kind of talking about her in general and my personal opinion about her content, about her as a fellow language speaker, as a teacher, because a lot of her videos are teaching classes. Like she teaches you, as you could see, absolute beginner Japanese animation. Like she teaches you Japanese. I don't know if she has Mandarin Chinese lessons, maybe. She does, of course, have those videos that are similar to Xiao Ma's, whereby she's like, oh, people are impressed that I speak their language. I understand them when they're talking about me. She has these videos, but she doesn't only do that. I guess she does those because first, I imagine they're fun to film, but also because of, they are very successful videos usually, but that's not all she does. And she also has some interesting discussion when it comes to the idea of being a native Japanese speaker, but not looking like one. And these videos could be considered slightly controversial. I don't think they should be. I think it's a very interesting perspective, the idea of being mixed raced in Japan, or the idea of how the Japanese, which are wonderful people, by the way, very polite, but how they tend to react when someone looks European or looks African or African American or looks whatever the heck, Indian, but they are actually native speakers. There is a lot that can be said about this, positive and negative, also depending on the person. So I appreciate that she's presenting these ideas and sort of letting these people speak and share their very valid experiences. So I appreciate that. But let's talk, since we mentioned the word controversial, let's talk about this, because I know for a fact, I mean, if you watch this, please let me know if I'm wrong, but I just know 99.9% you got attacked because of this name. And the reason why I say that is because I got attacked. Even though I don't have it in my actual channel name, I got attacked because of the name of the university I graduated from. Because of course I do speak Japanese and Mandarin. I think we're very similar when it comes to our level of Japanese, but her Mandarin is definitely better than mine. I graduated from a university called l'Università Orientale di Napoli. Let me show you. Yeah, now it's called Università di Napoli l'Orientale. They swapped the order of the words like 5 times just when I was a student. So yeah, this is the last one, I guess. But as you can see, l'Orientale, it's everywhere. That's the name of my university. So even when I was like a few years ago, I was making more linguistic content and now I make it here. Every time I mention, oh yeah, I'm an Orientalist. That's what I am. One of the titles that you could say I have. I graduated from the Oriental. I tried to translate it and I got a lot of attacks. People really got mad. Although when I say people, I just mean Anglophones, just to be specific here. No Spanish, no Hispanic, no European, since I said Spanish, no Japanese, Chinese, no one complained, but Americans and English people do tend, not everyone, I love Americans. I'm married to one, not trying to attack anyone, but I'm saying the sort of attacks I received were coming from the Anglophone perspective. And they were saying, why are you using this racist, updated, wrong term to insult people? I'm like, I'm not insulting anyone. I'm not hating. I learned 2 Asian languages. You think I have a problem with Asians? Obviously not. But why do they say that? They say that because of this. So Oriental, as a word, has 2 possible connotations. It can be used as an adjective and it can be used as a noun in English. Now, if you use it as an adjective, it means of, from, or characteristic of Asia, especially East Asia, for instance, Oriental rugs, to, of a pearl or other jewel, Orient, and of course Oriental Pearl is her name. So clearly she's using it as an adjective. Nothing wrong with that. But if you use it as a noun in English, it has a pejorative connotation if you use it to talk about a person of East Asian descent. So if you call someone this, then it's deemed offensive in English. Now, once again, of course, when I'm talking about my university, I'm not using it in the offensive term. So it's ridiculous that people get offended by that and try to language police what we say. And in the way she's using it, I think the way she means it is the same way that we mean it in Italian. Because mind you, the reason why I'm focusing on Anglophone in English is because in Italian, and I imagine in Spanish, let me know in the comments, or in French, let me know in the comments. But in Italian, this has no negative connotation whatsoever. There is no way to use this word disparagingly. You can't do it, not in Italian. So in my first language, my native language, if I say orientale, I only mean it as something not only Far Eastern, China, Korea, Japan, that's usually what you mean by this, but it also comes with positive ideas of mystery and exotic, all of that is also part of this word. So if anything, orientale has positive connotations in Italian. In English, unfortunately, it seems like that if you use it in a certain way, it could have negative connotations, and obviously it's not the way I mean it. I think both me and Oriental Pearl both agree that the countries in Far East Asia are so intriguing and so interesting from a historical standpoint, from a linguistic standpoint, from a cultural standpoint, and therefore we only mean it in a positive sense. But I guarantee that she got attacked because of this word. I guarantee. Anyways, let's see how she describes her content on her banner about section. Professional language nerd living in Asia for 12 years. English, Mandarin, Japanese, Korean, Cantonese, Vietnamese. Oh, goodness gracious, I didn't know. I wonder how proficient she is, because I know her English is phenomenal, just like my Italian. Her Mandarin is really, really, really good. I see her effortlessly interact with Mandarin speakers, native speakers, using all sorts of expressions that usually native speakers use, very fluent, excellent pronunciation, fantastic tone mastery. And her Japanese is really, really good as well. And I wonder if her Japanese is better than her Mandarin, since I think she spent longer in Japan and she's married to a Japanese. That's what I would expect. But she did choose to put them in this order, which I wonder if it's the order of fluency. Then, of course, I don't know what her level of fluency is, but she's definitely in these other languages, Korean, Cantonese, and Vietnamese. I don't know if she's conversational. I don't know if she's like maybe beginner level. I don't know if she's intermediate, lower intermediate, upper intermediate, or if she's actually fluent. If she's fluent in all of these, it would be impressive. But definitely she's not one of those who is like a fake polyglot. Absolutely not. Like, this is not a fake polyglot, and in fact we don't see 50 languages here, which is the first great indicator, no red flag. But even though we do see a lot of languages, well, she is a language person like me. I spent a lot of time, a lot of years trying to learn a lot of languages, and I would put here English, Japanese, Mandarin would be my first three in order. And then these are languages where I can actually have a conversation, English and Japanese being the languages that I'm most fluent and then Mandarin being a language where I'm conversational but not fluent yet. And then there will be a bunch of languages I will put after this comma where I'm not even conversational. I've studied, I've spent time, like French, like modern Greek, but these are not languages where I would just start talking to people. And of course, because I'm a little proud of that, I would also add Sicilian here because I am Sicilian. And of course, she has a whole bunch of, more language learning classes that 101. So imagine, is she teaching these? I'm not going to play it because Pod 101 always copy claims my video. So sorry, I'm not going to click it, but I imagine she's the one teaching, which would be awesome if that's the case, or her husband, who knows. Anyways, just for fun, let's watch something that she made relatively recently.
台湾美女长得好漂亮，万圣节快乐 ！Happy Halloween 20.
Okay, so she was speaking Mandarin there. I wonder, so she's in Tokyo. Is she going to switch? She's going to speak Japanese, Mandarin. Let's see.
24. It's your friend Anmin here from the Oriental Pearl channel. We are in Shinjuku and Shibuya this year, celebrating our 4th Halloween. It's nothing like I've seen ever before. You have got to check out these costumes and the craziness. Pass out candy, have fun, and if we see any enemies, I'm prepared. All right, let's go!
You know what I wonder if, since this is so nostalgic for me, by the way, I hope to be able to take my wife to Japan eventually because I love Japan. One thing is, though, this is from 4 months ago. I wonder, I don't know if she's still in Japan now. She went back to America. I wonder if she's starting to have trouble filming these because of the situation that happened with the likes of Johnny Somali, that absolute idiot that is making everything difficult for both people who try to film videos like her that are innocent, there's nothing wrong, they're not trying to bother anyone, or when it comes to people that, even like people that are just foreigners, they're tourists, but now they're looked in a different way when they have a camera out. It is what it is.
You welcome Japan. Happy Halloween.
Thank you.
Happy Halloween.
Man. Holy moly, what's going on? Ooh, the police. Who's that? Johnny Somali? Get him, get him, get him.
So there was a chase down.
Happy Halloween!
I don't know why I find it funny that Japanese will dress up as cops for Halloween. Like, where is the connection? What? Because I've seen that a lot. I remember, particularly girls. I could see like a monster, a clown, a zombie, a vampire, all of that stuff.
I want to play a game. It's so cute.
Baby.
Happy Halloween, kawaii.
Wow.
为什么有猴子？
因为今天是我的誕生日，然后我的同学
Oh, I see.
哇，祝你生日快乐！今年几岁了？多大
24岁，
24岁，还年轻哦。
中文很棒哎，
谢谢。
And bang. Nice. I understood everything with this conversation, although it was relatively basic. But the way she speaks it so fluently makes even a basic conversation sound really cool.
I sense that there are some enemies here. Things are not as safe as it seems. Ooh. It's a guy.
Yeah.
It's that guy.
What the heck?
Otherwise known as Nathan. I'm just gonna put. Good thing I came prepared. I totally broke this. And let's end him right here.
Oh,
hey,
no.
Nathan.
Oh, don't do
hey,
that.
Nathan, look out. Oh, I just threw it under there.
Yeah, that's the Naruto run right there. Yeah, so as you can see, very, very fluent in all of these languages. Very, very nice content, and I appreciate that. So anyways, let me know what you thought. If you have you ever heard of Oriental Pearl, and are you trying to learn either Mandarin, Japanese, or Korean? Do let me know in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. We'll be watching more of her content, maybe one of those videos that are slightly controversial, to perhaps share a non-political fair take on issues that sometimes people take and kind of inflate for propaganda purposes. But I think she's been honest in sharing her opinions and letting people speak and share their experiences, which is why I appreciate those videos. All right, thank you very much for watching. See you tomorrow.